welcome back to the Meeple Marathon. Today we are going to play through the first scenario in City in Flames. This is the Season 3 expansion, which brought a campaign mode to the game. And we're also going to be playing it solo. So we're going to be utilizing the solo co-op rules, which are available for this expansion, for this campaign. And so that's what we're going to be testing out today. This scenario, essentially, the city explosions are popping up all over the city. The city is in flames, and we notice some noxious stuff coming from Ace Chemicals, so we have come to investigate. We find Penguin and all of his henchmen loading up this chemical in this vat into bombs and explosives. And we want to know what's in the explosives first, and then we want to neutralize Penguin. So there's a couple ways we can lose, and there's one way we can win. What we need to do to win is to collect these samples, which are the orange tokens here. So 1, 2, 3, there's 6 of them. We need to collect 5 of them, and then neutralize Penguin before the end of round 8. Tall task here. The Penguin can be, or the AI can be successful. The enemy, the villains, however you want to describe them, they can be successful by either outlasting us past round 8, keeping Penguin alive, keeping us from getting to all of the samples, or they can prime these 6 bombs, which are the black tokens. If they've primed the 6 bombs, they have set the Ace Chemical plant to explode, and everybody's got to run. So they run off with their explosives, we run away with our tail between our legs, and we lose. So those are the 2 ways we can lose. They can make life difficult for us by encrypting the samples. In that case, they would flip over here, adding +1 to the complex thought manipulation of collecting the sample. They can also prime the bomb here. You would flip this over, showing that that bomb has been primed. That's pretty much it. There are 3 reinforcement points here. These are the green ones. There's 2 computers over here. They're only for Penguin to interact with, and that's him destroying the evidence. If he's actually successful in that, we will lose some points in the campaign mode portion, the clue points, that we would normally be able to spend to give us some boons in the next campaign. There's also these 2 control panels here. They're really only for me to interact with, although the AI will defend them if near them. If I can take these out, I turn the lights out, which for the most part benefits the Bat family people, makes ranged attacks much more difficult, and a lot of these guys have guns. So that's probably what Ghostmaker is going to go towards. He's going to just kind of stay up here on this catwalk until he can get the lights out, and then maybe go for it. And these 2 are going to go. So we are playing with Jace Fox Batman. He came as part of the Season 3. We're playing as Batgirl, Cassandra Cain, and Ghostmaker here. Those are our 3 characters. The 1 to 2 and the 3 choices that we made, again, all from the Season 3 expansion. All right, heroes do have initiative, so let's go ahead and push that up. Things are just kind of everywhere. This is a very big, sprawling game, and it barely fits on my table, but I love it. So let's just go ahead and, well, first of all, another thing, I am not ashamed to say that I will be playing with some of the Make It Easy modifiers. It's not easy mode necessarily, but I will be recovering 1 extra cube per turn. If I am resting, I will be able to use my free movement to, say, get into a more hidden position. And my first movement bonus, if I stop to take an action, I don't lose it. So we might see that here in a second, because Ghostmaker is only 1 away from that guard. If he's super successful, he may be able to spend his second one later to get into the thugs area. So let's do our recovering first. So these guys are going to recover 3 each, and Cassandra is going to recover all 4, Batgirl. All right. So, what do we say? Ghostmaker first? Yeah, Ghostmaker first. So, let's just... I don't think I want to run 1, 2 over to here. Yeah, Ghostmaker's pretty good with his twin swords here. His twin swords gives him an extra orange die and gives him the combo skill, which is good if I'm surrounded by people, but I don't think I can use movement in between my combo skills. So, but let's just go ahead and first movement point is 2, so we don't need to spend any dice. We only needed to move 1 spot, and we're just gonna spend 1 here. So again, we're getting an orange and a red. We can re-roll the orange, and I only need 2 hits to hit the guard. Oh my god, that was awful. Okay. Okay. I can re-roll this one, and I whiffed again. Alright, I can't be this bad right off the bat, right? I mean, I have martial arts skill 1 too, so as long as I make 1 success, I add 1 automatic success. So yeah, we're gonna pay to re-roll this red one here. Okay. So we're not out of the woods yet, because this is what the AI is going to do. With my martial arts skill, this becomes a 2. That's exactly what I need to take out the guard. But since it's exactly what I need to take out the guard is going to, the AI is going to try and defend themselves by spending a cube. So it's going to roll an orange die, and any success on here is going to negate that attack. And he got double success. So, score 1 for the AI. Man, I really thought I had that one in the bag. So we're just gonna go again with the same stuff here. Better rolls here. Okay, perfect. So that 2 with my martial arts is a 3. That is more than the guard feels like he can handle, or the AI opponent feels like he can handle. So we'll just put him up there. He has been, whoop, what am I doing? Put him up there. All right. So I was successful there. Now, do I want to... Now, see, here's where my combo... I took the guy out. So combo says, if you neutralize someone, you can then roll again on a different target, 1 orange die. You don't get any bonuses from your weapons, but I don't think I can move in between. So if I'm interpreting that skill wrong, please let me know, because that would be awesome. All right. Yeah, we're going to do it. So we're going to take the... Let me double check I'm reading this correctly. Collecting samples is a complex thought of difficulty 3. Yeah. So we're going to spend 2 cubes there, and we're going to give this a shot. So he has, where is he? He has hacking and investigation, but they say when performing a complex thought that specifically refers to this skill. So, yeah. I don't think that's it. I don't get anything there. So I think we're done. I think Ghostmaker's done. Not a great first turn for him, but that's fine. Now, Batman has the Tactician, which allows him to give Cassandra here 2 points of movement. And she's got like all of this movement bonus. So I'm thinking... I'm thinking I'm going to have her, he's going to use his tactician ability and pop her up there. Since they've separated, he's not going to be able to give her the free reroll, but that's okay. I think I'm all right with that. All right. First movement bonus here. We can move 1 into this guy. And I've got an expendable baton to use with my melee attack. So I'll be rolling an orange and a yellow. I don't really like the way I've been rolling lately, so let's just take care of business here. 2 oranges and a yellow. No rerolls here. Awful. Absolutely awful. Oh my gosh. All right. So I do have martial arts. Martial arts what? 1. So that is 3 successes. So that's enough. He's not going to attempt to defend. So we've taken this guy out. All right. Now, normally I would have spent my first point of movement. I would have used up my 3. But I'm saying that on easy, we're just going to continue moving along here. We've moved into dangerous terrain. So since I have entered dangerous terrain, and it's just at level 1, I have to roll 1 yellow die. I can pay to re-roll this die, but I'm pretty sure defense doesn't counteract against it, and this would be a wound that I would have to directly take. So nothing. So we're safe. Okay, safe from the noxious gas for right now. Yeah, I think we're just gonna kind of go for it. We're gonna spend 2. So I've spent my max on melee attacks. We're gonna get this back. So we've seen this before. Hopefully we can roll a little bit better this time. There we go. 4. Hazmat is just 1 and 1, so same as the guards. So that guy's been neutralized. Stick him up there. Okay, I think that's pretty good for Batman. So yeah. I guess technically we'll have him... No, because I don't want to have to deal with this dangerous terrain again. So I'm just going to stay put. All right. And now Batgirl. She's the only one left. So Batgirl is going to... Let's see. She's going against a penguin gang who's got 2 defense. So she's going to spend 2 cubes. That's going to be 2 orange dice with a reroll. She's got martial arts 2, though. And that's counterattack, right? Counterattack, yes. Investigation. Parkour. She's got a lot of great skills. So, and she's got this one here, which the bat gloves essentially say... if I am successful, I'm going to do 2 automatic successes. So, yeah. This guy's got to be toast here. Okay, yeah. He toast. He way dead. Nobody's going to be re-rolling that one. All right. So that guy's gone. I feel like we could do a little bit more with her. She hasn't even had to do anything yet. Yeah, I think she's going to take a shot at this penguin here. So this space, I believe, has just about line of sight to everything, but you can see here A, to A, so we are good there. And she's going to use her Batarangs, which is just going to give her a yellow with a reroll. And we'll do 2. Now the penguins are a little bit tougher as well, but I get clues for neutralizing the penguins. And they have a grenade ability that's a little nasty, so. Yeah, oh, and I am above in elevation, so I'm going to get extra yellow and my 2 oranges, and one of the yellows gets a reroll. Looking for 3 plus. 3 plus here. All right, we got exactly 3. I get to reroll one of these yellows, and it didn't make a difference. So, nothing I can do at this point to manipulate this unless I want to spend a reroll, which I don't think I do. Let's make him spend the points. So he's only 1 away. I got exactly enough to defeat him. So he's going to spend 1 cube trying to defend this penguin, and he missed. So the penguin is gone. That is a clue for me. So over here on my clue board, I will just give myself a clue. I'll gather up these dice out of the way. I think it's a clue. Or is it 2 clues? Free the penguins. Oh, 2 technology points. I was wrong. So not a clue. It's 2 technology points. There we go. All right. Okay. I think she's good. What's the thug? One, 2, 3, 4. She's getting all of these back. Maybe we could live with no. Taking out a thug. Yeah, let's do it. So she's going to take 1 more shot at this guy. I am in a raised elevation, so Batarang, elevation, and just 1 orange die. I only need 2 successes here. Okay, so there's the 2. He's gonna spend his last and final 1 on defense. And oh, he did defend that time. Okay. That's fine, but I made him spend his cubes. Okay, now we're done. So let's move everybody's stuff over. Okay. And his stuff's going over. All right, time for our first card here. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is going to do it. He's going to activate Penguin here. So he can just barely... Oh, wait, he gets some back first. It's the start of his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, he gets all this back. Never mind. Okay, so he is going to spend 2, 4, 5 to activate the Penguin here. And the Penguin is going to try and advance an objective, which in the scenario says, is it the same for, hold on. See advancing objectives specials rules below. The Penguin will follow the thought task. The Penguin will first attempt to perform the destroying evidence. Okay. If able, otherwise the Penguin will attempt to perform the encrypting samples. Special rule, if able. Okay, so he's going to try and get to that computer. So he's going to go 1, 2. He can make it with 3, which means he'll spend an extra cube for movement. And he doesn't have to do anything. It's an automatic success. But he takes out that computer, and that means the heroes lose 1 clue point. So I actually have to go back 1. All right. So that hurts me as far as the campaign mode is concerned. When you draw this card and activate the penguin, so they paid for him, he's going to move to the end here. He only gets one activation. So now we're going to do one. So we'll pay to do Hazmat Thugs. We'll pull this out. And Hazmat Thugs first wants to defend the hero objective. So our only objective is the samples. We can't manipulate the bombs at all. They're either primed or they're unprimed. So Hazmat Thugs are going to move to defend the hero objective. They're going to move to try and be in the same area as a hero. So for example, this guy who has 2 points of movement, he's going to go 1, 2, and then he's going to attack Batman. And I should have 3 out here on the board. So he can attack Batman with range. So it's going to be 2 white dice. Now normally preferred choice would be, actually I think he stops right here because he's ranged. Or does he get in the same space? I think he gets in the same space, actually. All right, so he gets 2 white dice. Both of them he can re-roll. He's going to re-roll both of them. And he got 2 successes. Well, I hate to tell you this, buddy, but I have 1 automatic defense, and my bat cape gets me a second one. So. All right, he was unsuccessful, but he's in here messing with me, hindering my ability to complete that complex manipulation action. So yeah. All right, that's Penguin's gang here. This guy is. So this guy would love to get in this same spot or to get way over here, but he can't. So what else could he do? He can back up into this room, and then that's the closest one. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to back up into this room. He cannot fire from that room. So I think that's it. I don't think he stays outside of the room. The priority is getting into the square and then getting adjacent to the square or the space with the hero objective, priority being ones with heroes in it. And he can get into that one. So I think he's just there. And then last but not least, there's this guy. He cannot get into a space where he can fire. There's 2 options for him. So I think he's going to go there. Now, technically, defense, they should attack. So this is how I'm going to read this card. That these last 2 guys actually could not defend an objective because they couldn't attack. So what they're going to do instead is move down here and advance the villain objective. So this guy is still closest to this one, and then this guy's already in a space with that one. So the first, they're both complex. Well, hold on. Neither one of them can encrypt the samples because they don't have thought manipulation capabilities. So this guy with his 2 points of movement, he's going to come in here and he's going to stay right there. I'm good with this. So this is a complex manipulation of difficulty 2. They are rolling a white and an orange, looking for 2 successes, and that is a failure. He didn't succeed, and he's got a blank, so he's going to spend 1 die to reroll this white, and he didn't do it. So unsuccessful. This guy up here is going to do the same thing, and wow, look at that. He was super successful. So the first bomb has been primed by the AI. So not a huge turn for them either, but that's okay. I don't feel so bad because I didn't have a huge first turn. All right, round 2. I know I should be flipping all that over, but I'm not gonna bother. All right, you are getting just 3. You are getting just 3, and you are getting 4. Okay. All right. So, Ghostmaker. You've got some things you need to do. I think we're going to do 3 cubes. That's 3 orange dice, looking for a complex manipulation of 3. Let's pick up this sample here. Why are we so bad at this? So bad. Oh my God. All right, there we go. Jesus. Let's stick this over here off to the side. That was awful. Some awful rolling on my part here. Okay, I think we're just gonna be done. Yeah. Done for you. Oh. Apologies. It's late. All right, Batgirl. She's gonna help Batman out here. She's gonna take a shot at this hazmat thug. So remember, she has batarangs, she has elevation, so this is what she's rolling with. One of these yellows can be re-rolled. Oh, and she crushed him. She crushed him. All right. So now Batman's gonna go. He's gonna try and do the same thing. Okay. All right, this is ours. And now he can move 3. He's got parkour 1. And he can ignore 2 jump. Ignore 2 jump or climb. Oh no, that's Batgirl. Batman's just 1 jump or climb level. So if he wanted to, get right up here in the middle of everything, he's got an ability here which could kind of draw focus, and then so that might be good. So from here, it's 2 points of movement from where he's at. A 2 climb. Parkour is going to ignore 1 of those. So he's easily got it with his movement bonus. Then I'm going to use this thing right here, which is going to, well, it doesn't fit over top of him. This is one of his special campaign abilities or tokens. And let me just remind myself, this is getting him level 3 bodyguard and level 4 impenetrable defense skills. During the next hero step, trigger the start of hero's turn, the token is removed and the skill is lost. So essentially, I have like a defense of 6 right now. I am hopefully going to draw everybody's fire and just be done with that. So Batgirl here, she's got a little more she can do. I think Batgirl is gonna hop down, jump. She can ignore the jump too that it takes to get from here to here. So she could jump over there directly and then jump over there with just her 2 points of movement because she's got parkour 2. So I think that's what she's gonna do. So she's gonna parkour, and end up over here in a flash with just her 3 points of base movement there. Yeah, because she's not hindered with anything. She's only got back gadgets, so she's good. Then she's gonna do 2 right here. And she's doing 2 extra damage as long as she rolls a success. We're looking for really just 1 here. All right. She's got martial arts too. She's got the electronic backload. I probably didn't need to give her those. Probably not the best choice, but this guy is toast. And we'll save that sample for the next time. Yeah. These other guys might need to rest soon. So I think we're good. Let's move everybody's stuff down. All right, not too bad. Okay. Villain turn. What are we doing here? Okay, so we're going to activate, well, he gets 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These all move down. Okay. And so he wants to do 1, 2, 3, which is the warning tile. So we're going to spend 3. We're going to pop this down, slide this over. So it tells us that it always wants to do event 2 unless there's no penguins left on the board. So it's going to spend 2 reinforcement points. It's going to start here, and it's going to say, all right, we want you to reinforce the lowest guy in the order first, which is this penguin. So this penguin is going to come back onto the board, which is unfortunate. Where's my D6? So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's coming in right here, waddled in from some side door over there. So that's its 2 reinforcements. Then it's going to activate all the penguins with the rocket. So that has some special rules. We're going to look back in our book here. And if it is not possible to use the blast or grenade, then it's going to perform move the penguins with a rocket. So it wants to use, it's kind of tough because the penguins are like have encumbered movement or whatever. They can't climb, they can't jump. And so none of them really are going to be able to get adjacent to me. So, but they can do the grenade. Because I believe they're going to be able to get within line of sight. So, and if they can't, then they're actually going to kind of run away. So, let's see. D to D, this guy can see Batman, and he's closer. Who else have we got? I feel like this guy definitely should be able to see right here, but maybe not. Because there's literally like nothing. He's kind of like in no man's land right here. Nothing connected to him. So I'm going to say he cannot. And this guy can move to get here to B. So a whole bunch of grenades coming Batman's way, but luckily he's got 6 defense to soak them up. This guy, however, is going to do the move the penguins action, which simply says, when performing this task, penguins with rockets that are in the same area or adjacent to one or more heroes will attempt to move up to 3 areas away from all heroes. Okay, so they get a little special movement bonus here. So this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3. The rest of these guys, so 1, 2, 3. Am I missing one? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, there's only 4 total on the board. All right, so 1, 2, 3 are going to do the grenade ability. So the grenade ability is attempt to throw a grenade in an area which you have line of sight to. It's complex manipulation with a difficulty equal to the distance between your area and the target area. So it is going to, this guy would actually move 1 to get there. This guy doesn't matter. This guy already moved to get within 1. Okay. So this guy is 1 away, this guy is 2 away, and this guy is 2 away. So we'll start with this guy. His manipulation skills are yellow and orange. So we're looking for just 1 success here. Oh, he definitely got it. So then his grenade. Where's all my other books? Gotta remember what the grenade throws. Point blank. Attack modifier. Counterattack, combo, wall breaker, berserk, burst, elusive. Where is it? Where's grenade? Page 8. Okay. Possessor. Okay, so it would be a 2 explosion. Okay, I think the explosion is just 2 damage, but he's gonna soak it all up. So it doesn't even matter if these guys are successful or not. That next guy would have missed, and that guy would have missed. So I think with his superpower defensive man stuff here, he got through all of that. So we're done with that. Now we're doing 2, which is the guards. We'll pop this one out. We'll spend the 2 cubes. And it wants to advance the objective. So this one right here doesn't need to move. It's going to do a complex. Now see, it cannot arm the bombs, but it can mess with the can mess with this. So he's actually going to pop up here. He's got 2 points of movement. He would need it to climb up there. So now I'm here. So I have a menacing index of just 1. He's going to roll a white and an orange. And I'm going to negate the first success he gets. So he didn't do it. But he was 1 away. So he'll use a reroll. Yeah. So 2, so he is successful. All right, so you just made this harder for me to decrypt or to collect. All right, where's the next guy? So there's just 2 of them, 1, 2 or 1, 2. I don't know if it matters. So he's gonna come in here and nobody's messing with him this time, but he missed, and he missed cleanly. So I don't think he's going to spend any rerolls there. And that's it. All right. Back to us. And that was round 3, so we're on round 4 now. Got to remember to keep up with that. So 3, 3, and 4. Yeah. Ghostmaker is struggling here. He's gonna need to, yeah, let's just deal with him first. So he's gonna move in here, and that was free movement. Then we're gonna do 2 plus his orange with a reroll, so 2 reds. We're not playing around here. 1, 2, 3. That's way more than the thug only needs 2. To take it out, he would have re-rolled it 2. He's not going to re-roll it 3 or defend at 3. So there we go. And then we're going to just spend 1 for a complex automatic manipulation. We just have to spend the cube to take out this control panel. We'll start turning the lights out here. Okay, and he's done, because that's basically what he's going to recover back again. If he were to be taking wounds, he would regen 1 at the beginning of every turn, but that's what that symbol means. Okay. This is off. We've lost that. We're done with that. That's okay. It did its job. It did its job. So, let's... What do we want to do here with you? Yeah, he's gonna jump. So that's a jump level, that's a jump of 2. He's got parkour. So I think we can jump this without having to spend any movement. And then we're gonna try and neutralize, we just have 2 clues. Okay, neutralize this penguin. So the penguin needs 3. Yeah. I've got my baton. So that's 1 and 2 here. This doesn't seem like enough. Yeah. Let's add 1 more orange to it here. We've been rolling so poorly. All right, perfect. So that's exactly what we needed to have him not worry about rerolls. So we gain a technology, 2 technology points for that. And I think he's just going to be done. And Batgirl, she's gonna try and take this cop out. 2 oranges, both with rerolls. Oh, and she didn't even need anything. So this guy's toast. Now, her complex thought manipulation is gonna require something extra. So she's gonna go max in here with 4 yellow dice. No rerolls. She needs 4 successes because they encrypted it. So here we go. Okay, that's not too bad. She's gonna spend 1 reroll. Yes! Okay, we got it. So we just need 2 more, and then we gotta go after the penguin. Okay, and she's done. Yeah. All right. Okay. Ooh, and we're on round 5 now. All right. Penguins. So the Penguins wants to attack the closest hero, but I don't think this guy could do it. So he can go here, and he will do his white and his orange. He just needs one success. He does it. He hits him for 2, but Batman blocks the 2 explosions. So yeah. These 2 guys, however, cannot get to a point. Oh no, this guy can. This guy can go here. He needs to get 2 successes from here because he's 2 spots away, and he didn't do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. So I believe he would spend this to reroll this blank, and he still missed. All right. So then this guy's the only one left. They can arm bombs. So this guy, I think, would go 1 and 2, but entering there, are they going to go through the noxious terrain? It might. I think it does. It's got nothing else to do. So I think this Penguin just took itself out. I don't know whether that's how that works or not. He's only got 1 point of movement. He can't climb. I guess technically he would have instead gone 1, 2 to try and do the same thing. So he would have spent a cube into movement. He would have been successful, but again, the explosions, I feel like I should be rolling dice for explosions. Like there's, okay, see, so one of them would have gotten through. My defense would have looked like this. I think there's some rolling of dice with the explosions, but I couldn't find it written down anywhere. All right, Penguins are done. Then Penguins gang. So we spend those. They want to advance the objective. So this guy is right here. He can go left or right. This guy's right here. So if I was the AI, I would, and they've got movement of 2. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I think he could 1. This is just 2 right there. 2 extra. So this is 1 extra, so that's his 2. He can't get up there. He can't get up there. I don't know what this, yeah, so this guy's probably gonna try and do a defense, which I don't know where that is either. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's just start here. So he's gonna go 1, and then he would be stuck right here, but he's adjacent to an objective with a space with a hero. So that would be defense. Let's just move this guy up here. He's gonna move in here, and he's gonna try and do complex thought, which he can do. That's a white and an orange with a white reroll. Okay, and he's way off, so he was unsuccessful. The rest of these guys are gonna take shots at Batman. So this guy moved to defend, and he's gonna do yellow and an orange. And they've got some stuff here I need to consider, but I think it's only if, and they big whiffed. They can reroll this one. Ooh, and they got 2. So let's see what the handcuffs symbol means. Handcuffs, shackled. When performing a melee attack, if you would inflict at least one wound, which he's not going to do, shackled, and I'm not sure what that other one is. Oh, reach. You may perform melee attacks against miniatures in areas up to a distance of X as long as you have line of sight. Elevation levels do not affect this skill. So this guy... yeah. So they don't have range. I guess technically this guy wouldn't have needed to move to defend. This guy's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so he's going to spend an extra point of movement. He's got reach now, and now he's going to do his melee attack. He can reroll yellow. 2 is not going to inflict any damage on Batman, and so we're good. All right. Yep. Round 6. Okay. So I don't think we have to worry about them doing the bombs. Ghostmaker's actually going to rest. So he's going to recover 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And just be done with that. All right, let's get you your stuff back. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's gonna need to rest soon. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, so I feel like Batman needs to start taking out the Penguin here, doing some work. So let's do it. Oh, Tactician. He can give 2 points of movement. So I believe that Batgirl can go boof, boof, parkour, parkour, and end up right here. So while she's standing here, she's going to batarang into this room with this guard. And so Batman can give her some rerolls. So she's going to do 2 oranges and a yellow. The yellow gets a reroll, and Batman can grant her 1 reroll. 2, and Batman gives her a free 1. Okay, so that's only 2 successes. He might roll for defense here. Actually, I kind of want him to use that cube up, so then Penguin doesn't have it. So he's going to spend this. He's going to roll 1 orange, and he missed. So he was unsuccessful in protecting himself, and that's all the guards. So the guards have been neutralized. Okay. Then she can use her movement to move into there. And we just go for it. Do we use it all up? I think we do. So we're looking for 3 successes here. I don't have anything else to spend on rerolls, but we got it. We got it. We did it. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 1 left. Now it's Batman's turn. So Batman's gonna go 1, 2, 3, riding his eagle gargoyle. And he says, "Come here, Penguin. Get over here." So we are just gonna lay it all out there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a yellow. Penguin's got 2 defense. He's got nothing to spend on defensive rolls, though. What is up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Freaking crushed the Penguin. The Penguin is down. Penguin down. There's actually no place to put it. There's no place to put it on 0. So the Penguin has been neutralized. Boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. All right. So we just need one more clue. And I think we're just gonna pause there. Batgirl's in a little bit of a pickle here. But that's fine. She's okay. So, what are we doing? 2, which is Penguin. So Penguin just pushes to the end here. They get to do this for free as the AI. There you go. And now we're doing, wait, let's give him his stuff back. Now he's doing 2 hazmat thugs. So that is this guy here and that guy there. So they want to advance the objective first. This guy, let's pull this out. He can do bombs, but he cannot do encrypting samples. So he's looking for 2 successes, and he got it. So that guy did that one. That guy's already done that one, so there's nothing left he can advance. So he's going to defend the samples. So he's actually going to move into this spot and be able to fire into this room, which is, everything is being taken into account here. He is, wow, look at that. So 4 to Batman, who's got 2 automatic successes. Let's actually do some defense here. Oh, his defense also gets an automatic orange die. Ha! Take that. All right. So yeah, nothing from you. Super Batman. Okay. So that's you 2. And then he's going to do 1, which is the thugs. The thugs finally get to come play. All right. They want to defend an objective first. So this guy, there's only 2 left. They can't really do that. So then they're going to attack. So that makes sense. This guy can do range. So he's similar to the other one. He's going to attack. Ooh. I feel like he would spend a reroll here. And he got nothing. So that was a waste for him. This guy cannot attack, so then he's going to try and advance the thing. So he's got, yeah, he would pop up here, and he can manipulate this bomb. 2 successes, and look at that, he did it. So he flips that over. All right, so they've got 1, 2, 3, half the bombs primed, but I've got Penguin dead to rights, and I just need 1 more clue. So, yeah. Ghost Maker is coming back. He's nice and healthy. You're fine. And I think you're okay. Okay. So just for funsies, Ghostmaker is going to spend 1 additional point of movement here to go 1, 2, 3. And then spend 1 here to turn out the lights. So basically all of these guys here who try and shoot in, even though we're in the room, so I don't even know what it matters. And then he'll spend he's got parkour and mobility, elusive, that's Batgirl. Parkour or an elusive, or 1 jump or 1 climb level. And this is only a climb level 1 down. So there we go, parkour. And I mean, he's just gonna stay right there. There's no other point. All right. Let's see, Batman is going to tactician her in here. He's also gonna move into here. Ugh. And we need to take these guys out. So we're gonna have Batgirl can finally use her combo ability. So let's have her go after Hazmat. Yeah, she's gonna go after Hazmat. So it's gonna be 3 oranges, all with rerolls. And Batman's gonna give her free rerolls. Look at that, boom. So she took out Hazmat. And then her parkour or whatever ability allows her to roll this one. It didn't work out. Or her combo ability, sorry. Combo 1, and that's fine. Batman is going to spend 2 plus the yellow from his baton on this penguin gang. So he needs 3 successes. Boom, he got it. Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. And last but not least, he will spend his maximum on this. So 4 orange dice. He needs 3 successes. I got no rerolls here. Just barely got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. So it says, after the hero's turn in round 8, if they have 5 sample tokens and the penguin is neutralized, the game ends and the heroes win. So I could sit here and, you know, try and work all the way through this, but I don't think that they're going to come out here and activate these 3 bombs. Penguin has been neutralized. I've got my 5 samples, so I'm not too concerned about playing out the rest of this. I guess I could earn some more tokens from taking out some penguins, but yeah, no, I'm not that worried about it. All right. Give me 1 sec and we'll get out the boards and we'll talk about how the campaign points work. Okay, so I have gotten out the boards here, and I had the counter boards off to the side and was keeping up with them. So I gained various technology points and actually lost some clue points. Lost 1 clue point because of the penguin finding that or destroying that computer. So this went backwards, and I don't have any victory points yet. That's what this cube is, and this cube technically is for victory points just off to the side. But everybody kind of started with 2, both sides. So I'm going to read the finale now, and we'll catch ourselves up, and then we'll do the hero side, and then we'll do the villain side. So in conclusion, it says that the winning side gains 1 victory point and 2 points on the counter of their choice, excluding victory points. So I'm going to gain 1 victory point, and I think I want some more clues, so I'm going to jump over here to 3. So I now have 3 clues and a bunch of technology points, 6. So there we go. And also, technically, each of my characters has two cubes to place out on the board. We'll talk about what those are going to do here in a second. And it says the losing side gains 2 points on the counter of their choice. Well, the villains only have 1 counter, and that's their infamy points. So they're going to jump up to 4 here. And has the initiative for the next mission, so I'll have to remember that. We'll flip the thing over so that it's to the gray side, the timer. Then it says the heroes managed to prevent the complete destruction of the factory. More importantly, they have gathered enough samples to analyze the explosive substance produced by the Penguin. Now, this doesn't say like if the heroes are successful or the villains are successful. This is just the conclusion. The monocled waterfowl was caught in the nick of time as he tries to make his escape through the sewers. He tried to resist, claiming he's done nothing wrong and is merely a pawn. His words are muddled, and he even seems to be scared. He mutters something about warehouses and the Gotham City docks being the destinations for his latest batch. As the sirens and flashing lights of the GCPD draw near, the heroes must decide which lead to pursue. So then it says the heroes choose to play the mission Surprise Party on page 20 or the mission Trapped on page 24, which ironically enough, it skips a mission in the booklet. So the booklet does not go necessarily in chronological order. Anyways, so at this point now, we get to spend these clue points. Now, these on the tracker are not going to come off now at this point, which is a little obnoxious because that means I'm going to have to keep this out or write it down somewhere, how many victory points I have for each side if I ever want to tuck this away and come back to it. Actually, I'm going to have to write down all the points. But, so keeping these safe and off to the side is a little tricky. But for now, we get to spend our clue points on things in this left side of the panel and our technology points on this right side, which is essentially getting more stuff. That's basically what the technology points are going to do for us. But let's start with the clue points. So there are 4 tokens here that if you purchase them, you get them and retain them for the next mission. And then at the end of that mission, they're going to come back onto this board. So expert in manipulation, mental training, lucky star, specialist, and then foiling plans is the only one that doesn't have a token. It actually moves a cube over from the villain's reserve to their fatigue at the beginning of the game, +1 to whatever the scenario says to do it for. That one doesn't seem to hurt that as much to me. It costs 3, so I don't see myself doing that for right now. I only have 3 points, but I definitely want to probably, I don't know whether I'm allowed to look ahead, but I am going to look ahead. We are going to do Surprise Party featuring Punchline, who's one of the new villains here. And there is a safe cracking. We've got manipulation, automatic complex manipulation of difficulty, complex manipulation. So I think what we're going to do is purchase one of these experts in manipulation. Now, who do I want to give this to? I think let's give it to Ghostmaker. So I'm going to put this token on Ghostmaker and leave it there for the next mission. But Ghostmaker, say this is one of Ghostmaker's cubes. He's going to take one of his cubes and put it there. That means that no one else can purchase expert in manipulation. I can't have all 3 characters be experts in manipulation, which is unfortunate. But that's how he has chosen to spend one of his 2 cubes. So if you were playing with actual multiple people, you would have to devise some kind of way to determine, all right, who gets to decide first where they're going to go. All right, up next, I have to, spend this. Now, up next, I'd love to have the Lucky Star, which essentially is giving me free rerolls. I want Batman to purchase that one because he rolled pretty poorly, and Batgirl already has some rerolls, but I'm short. So one thing we can do is spend one of our cubes here to go to the informant, and that's actually going to give us +1 clue token here So then I can go over here and go Lucky Star with Batman. Boom, he gets this token. And actually, we're going to say that Batgirl, she gave up one of her cubes to spend on Informant. Now, these guys could have saved all their cubes to come over here to the technology side. Essentially, these cubes that are in front of us represent the 2 actions that each character or each hero can take with this board. Since I'm playing by myself, I decided to spread it out. But maybe Batman would have said, ooh, I really want Lucky Star. As a team, we only had 2 clue tokens, so I'm going to spend one of my tokens here and my second token here, and now I'm done. But I chose to spread it out. All right, technology side is all about getting more equipment. So I've created essentially a river of equipment and Bat Gadget cards. Now, each one of these costs 1 technology point, 2 technology points, 3 technology points. Same here, 1, 2, 3. I can, however, spend a technology point to clear one of these, either this row or this row, draw 3 new cards. I can also pay 2 to rearrange what's here, essentially making it cheaper. That one doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because even if you wanted to say this one and it was 3 and you wanted to make it 1, you're still spending 2 and then you're spending 1, which is equipment delivery. X equals where it is in the river. So I don't know whether they just decided they needed to come up with more ways to spend your money. I much would have rather them had said, here's the river, you can pay 1 to remove whatever you want, shift everything to the left to make it cheaper, and draw new stuff. What is nice, however, is that right here they have the miniaturization and weight gain abilities, which weight gain is actually weight reduction. Again, who came up with this? But miniaturization reduces the size of Bat Gadgets, and weight gain or weight loss reduces the weight level, cumbrance level of your equipment. So, and this is for the entire campaign. So we have, all of these tokens here, a good many, it looks like 6 of each, that you can place on those for the rest of the campaign, enabling you to, by the end of the campaign, carry more stuff. To the point that you're not encumbering yourself, so you lose all of your first step bonuses, things like that. So this is what I am wanting to do. And then, of course, there's one here where you can put a single cube here to gain 1 additional technology point. I wish that these 2 spots were unlimited, because I feel like I'm going to get to the point here sometimes where there's no place I want to spend my cubes because I either don't have enough points or there's nothing else I want. And so it would be nice to just get more points for the future. But let's just see how we're going here. So one thing I have had my eye on here are these perforated batarangs. So I can purchase these and I set them off to the side. I keep them in like an equipment cache, and then I can choose what to bring out. And these electric bat gloves were not that great for Batgirl. I made a poor choice at the beginning of the campaign. So I think Batgirl is going to purchase the perforated batarangs. Now, it was in slot 2, okay? So I'm just going to do equipment delivery. So yes, they're going to only be 1 cube here. That means you can only purchase 1 piece of equipment. Either Bat Gadget or equipment card per group, per round. So again, I have no idea why this rearranging the river exists. It seems like a silly thing to do. But this one could be useful, because if there's nothing else you want out here, you could, flush something out. But I do want these perforated batarangs. They're a single use, but it's 2 red dice. They have these explosive batarangs, which are single use, 2 black dice, but red dice are almost guaranteed to hit, and they're 1 cheaper. So Batgirl has essentially gone in here. She says, I want a new Bat Gadget. I'm going to spend 2 to go there. Dunzos. Now, here's the problem. Here's what I'm not a fan of, is that none of the rest of this is available. It's all just going to get shuffled back in, and I'm going to get 3 random new cards. I've got 2 more tokens to spend. I don't really need to miniaturize anything at this point or drop any weight because I kept everybody within their encumbrance level. I haven't purchased any new equipment that I want to carry around. This stuff would be nice. I could purchase some of it. Like I would love to purchase, say, this bulletproof vest. But, yeah, that's not going to happen. So I don't really need to miniaturize anything. And this says the hero reduces the size of a back gadget in their possession by 1. So I have to make that choice now. So what I'm going to do is just have one of these guys go here and get one more, because why not? They got nothing else to spend it on. And then I'm looking through my stuff here, and Batman's bat cape is pretty expensive. And I'm actually just now realizing that the symbol on here is different than the symbol on here on his board. So his innate ability is 1 automatic defense for melee, and his bat cape is 1 automatic defense for ranged attacks. The symbol was so small, I never even paid attention to it. So I actually, the whole time when I was giving myself 2 infinite automatic defense, should not have happened. So, oh well. It is what it is. I will go back and fix that in post. But I am, with my last thing, going to miniaturize for 2. So this will go back to 3. And I will get a miniaturization token here. I will keep that with my bat cape. So now it's only 1. But again, I can't purchase anything else. So, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll give him the electric back gloves or something, since Batgirl doesn't need them anymore. Anyway, some quick thoughts on this. This doesn't feel super thought out. I like the fact that you're earning points. I love the fact that you can purchase these tokens and that they, you know, you're going to have to purchase them again. But why can't I say do what I wanted to talk about with Batman earlier? It's the rule book is telling me that I have to spend, I can only spend 1 point, 1 of my cubes on this side and 1 of my cubes on this side. So I can't even do what Batman was saying and say, all right, I'm just going to dedicate all of my cubes to clue benefits. This doesn't feel very fleshed out. And to me, it's like, oh, you can never have a maximum more than 10 clues. What would I do with all 10 clue panel points? I can't push 3 things over for the villain. I mean, that's something maybe I would do. So, yeah, this whole only 1 cube per side, per person, per event, and there's nothing to save up for. There's no, like, big costing thing, like 2 free rerolls every turn type of special token that you would only see in the campaign. So what's the point of me ever saving these? I mean, I've gotten down to 0 and I've gotten down to 3, but if I get up here to 10, I have no idea what I'm going to spend 10 on when I can't buy multiple pieces of equipment. So just interesting. This is the first time I have gone through this process, so I'm just kind of talking out loud to you guys and giving my opinion, whether you liked it or not. All right. So now let's take a look at the villain dashboard here. Now, normally the player controlling the villain would get to spend their infamy points, similar to as the heroes got to spend their clue and technology points. A lot of them doing very similar things. So here's another question I have. There is no talk in the rulebook about who gets to go first during this phase. It just says at the end of the mission. Well, some of these say take away clue points or take away technology points. Move back gadget cards to the bottom of the deck and reveal a new one. Well, if I make my decisions first and just spend all my points and get them to 0 and have decided I don't want anything else or I've purchased what I can, then those become completely useless. I guess technically if I'm trying to save up for something, but as I just said, why do you bother saving up for stuff? There's no big purchase to make up here. So again, this does not feel hashed out, but let's go through it anyways. So, the First thing you're going to do is, so we have our infamy count here based on the conclusion of the scenario, which is 4. So it says now to take a d6 and we're going to roll this number and we'll see what we get. So they got a 6. So they have 4 points. Their score now, don't move this, is 10. So if their score is greater than or equal to 9, the villain will trigger the exhaustion infamy effect for 3 infamy points. Boom, boom, boom. So they have 1 infamy point left. You can see here that exhaustion costs them 3 infamy points. So these last 3 cubes over here, you have exactly the proper number of purple cubes, so don't ever lose them, that you need to play this campaign. And so you would take 1 here. They have done exhaustion. Boom. This is going to remind us that at the beginning of the next scenario, one of my heroes has to move an extra cube into their exhausted. It says the villain moves 1 energy cube from the reserve zone to the fatigue zone of the hero of their choice. So it says their choice, but in here it says I get to choose. So then it says step 2, and whether we did exhaustion or not, we move on to step 2. Then it says roll the d6 again. So we're going to do this again. Our infamy total now is 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. So then we look to this chart here and it says 6 or less do not trigger any infamy effects, move on to step 3. Well, that makes sense because we hardly have much to spend. So they at least thought that through. If they had a ton of infamy, it would have told us to trigger something else here. And there are some tokens here that you can see. If any of these are chosen, these go onto the placards in the river for the next one. And it says 1 infamy point effects. So this was, at first we were looking to see, should we purchase exhaustion? Then it's going to say, does it want to purchase one of these 3 right here? Well, no, because we don't have enough. But we do have enough here. So it says if after resolving steps 1 and 2, the villain still has available infamy points and is not yet triggered 3 infamy effects total, which we have not, obviously, roll the d6, add the villain's remaining infamy points to the number rolled. This is your score, so 5 again. And then we're going to go here. So you can see this gets lower, and this says trigger adrenaline shot. So it's going to take 1 of its 2 cubes, and it's going to go up here, and we're going to put that right there. Boom. It has spent its last infamy point. And adrenaline shot says the villain increases the life points of a leader in their river by 1. So we're going to put this on the leader for the next scenario, which is going to be Punchline. Punchline is going to get 1 extra HP. Okay, that's fine. I see that makes a lot of sense. Remaining campaign cubes. If the villain has any remaining campaign cubes, meaning that the villain has triggered fewer than 3 infamy effects, because I only have 3 cubes total, then 1 of the remaining cubes is used to trigger the vicious plan effect, which is this, which simply gives them, boop, 1 more infamy point. So that makes a lot of sense. Now, like I said, some of these actions on here don't make sense because unless you get to go before they go, you could, it wouldn't be worth spending those points. But I like the fact this is simpler. This is what the hero board should be. It's just one thing to make choices on, as opposed to 2. I like that. But again, I still don't understand why there's not just one board. Spend your cubes however you want. Throw them out there just to say you've spent them, but allow us to purchase more than 1 piece of equipment or more than 1 back gadget. I get that only 1 person should get an expert in manipulation or mental training. So that's why you have the tokens. If the token's not there, don't put a cube there. But why can't I spend more cubes on the informant to build up my clue panel here to save up for something big, which is then would make more sense for the villain to say, nah, I'm going to actually spend 1 of my infamy points to take that away from you, because I don't want you getting too close to buying that whatever super bat gadget thing that's up there. So I'm going to do a review on this campaign once we've played through a couple, maybe unlocked one of the surprise boxes. So come back for that. But this is a little disheartening, in my opinion. But that's how you play with solo mode. It's disheartening for multiplayer and solo mode, in my opinion. But we're going to set this off to the side here so I don't forget. Anyways, stay tuned for round 2 Mission 2, we're going to try and put that online as well. If you're interested in that, I'm trying to play up to the point where we unlock at least one secret box, and then we'll see how people are enjoying it. So otherwise, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Sure, I will have made some rules mistakes. This is a complicated game, and this is my first playthrough of the campaign setup here. So bear with me. I'll try and correct them as much as possible. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a great night.